Alright guys, today we are going to fix this crack in this bathtub. The landlord, it's got a large crack, and I would think it's because there's no support underneath. I've done some research, watched some YouTube videos, and it's quite a common problem. So the landlord doesn't want to spend whatever it is, thousands of dollars in replacing the actual tub itself, because you have to remove it, get the plumbers involved, get the tilers involved, and replacing the whole tub. So I suggested that I do some fiberglass repair. So what I do is we're going to be using a drill bit. We're going to drill a hole on each end of these where it's cracked, and then we're going to spray some foam underneath to give it some support. And when it hardens, it gives it support so it's not bouncing around. Now the size of the drill bit you're going to use is whatever size your delivery tube is on your foam. So I will do that now, and the fiberglass kit that I use today is Pro Tights fiberglass repair kit. You can get this from Bunnings. I think it was 28 bucks. I just got a 250 gram container. So let's do it. So there's the crack there, ends there. Oh, looks like it continues there. So I'll start it there, eh? It's alright if it's cracked, because the resin that we're going to use and prep up will cover that hole. I reckon there. Anyways, so this is a fiberglass tub. So, foam spray you want to get, give it a good shake. We want it to bead out a little bit, so when it comes to cutting out. Alright, so I'm going to rush off to another job, let that sit for an hour, and we'll come back. Alright guys, we're back. It's been an hour, more than an hour probably, just about an hour. We can see how dry it is. Yeah, she's a little spongy still, but dry enough, I would think. Yeah, it's dry enough. Oh yeah, it's a lot firmer now. Not much more play. That's good. I'll get rid of this. Sand it down the sides. So this is 80 grit sandpaper. I'm going to rough it up on the sides. I'm probably going to go around about that height, that size patchwork. So we're going to sand all along here. So when we put down the resin and the mat of the fiberglass, it's got something to stick to. Because right now it's just smooth. Now, because it's somewhat damp from recent use, I am going to get the heat gun. Now, definitely wear a mask when you're playing with this stuff, and probably wear gloves too actually. Very, very sticky stuff and poisonous. You definitely need to wear a mask, you'll get high. So the container will come with a brush, which I used yesterday unfortunately, so I have to go get another one out of my truck. The matting that you'll need. Now you want to cut this to the required length, so I'm feeling generous today. So I reckon I go, you want to cover it above where the about 10 centimeters after the crack is finished, so you can feather it in. It's starting to lift. I don't think that's going to make much of it. Oh, yeah, it does. I'm going to have to do something about this now. Good. Bit of movement in there, so I'll fill this all up with some resin. So, we've got the resin. This is the resin. It is a 2-part mixture. This really strong odor. So if you're following the instructions, it is on a hot day, for every 100 mils of resin you're going to use 2 mils of the hardener, which is this one. So they do have a measuring cup here for you. And surprise, there's no 2 mil, so you're just going to have to guesstimate. So 100 mil, I used this already the other day, so I just use all of it. And the rest of it. And 2 mils of the hardener. It's about, looks like about 3 mils. It just means it just dries a lot quicker. stirring stick. You've got about 20 minutes playtime with this. So, you want to pour some in there before you get started. Spread it around. They do provide you with a brush, but I used it the other day. So definitely don't use any of your good brushes. Now they say, from I've read, you start from the middle and work your way out. So that gets rid of all the air bubbles. Alright, for you guys who've watched my channel before, I've used this so many times in other patchwork. So I'm just going to use this as a basically top coat to fill in those divots in the plaster and filler in the fiberglass. Should be wearing gloves because this stuff is sticky. I think I need a bit more than that. So undercoat, dry time, 10 minutes coverage, bond style wood, plastic, metal, plastic and more. Very good. So before I start, I made it very clear to the landlord that the paint that I'll be using will not match the bathtub patchwork. I made that very clear, so don't judge me for my paintwork. There is specific paints for this tub, but he didn't want to spend the money on it. He just wanted a cheap fix, and this is what he suggested, and that's what he's going to get. Might let that sit for a bit. Alright guys, so I've already hit it with the undercoat, and it just so happens to be white. It's dry, very good. Now we'll hit it with flat white. Let that sit. Let's see where we're at. Righto guys, I went out and I wasn't happy with the white, obviously, so I'm just paid out of my pocket for the gloss ivory, and hopefully it colour matches. I think it looks close enough. It's got to be better than white, but she's looking pretty good. Like, the patchwork's done. I mean, could have sanded that a bit more. We'll see. It's better. Alright guys, so this is the end product. I don't know if you can see it. A few divots here that could have done a bit more sanding and feathering in. You might be able to see the mismatch colour match. It's almost impossible to find a sprayed aerosol can to match this. It's almost like a pinkish cream beige colour. But again, I've told the landlord that colour matching is going to be difficult, and there's going to be different colour paint, and he wanted to go that different route. As you can see, he's gone the cheaper option for everything else in this bathroom, painting tiles and not replacing them instead. But again, well, that's what he wants to do. There you go. If you've learned anything from this, please give us a like and subscribe. Cheers.